Lindsay. Thank you so much for joining me here on Dallas, Texas on the Valder Beebe Show. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm having a great day. I want my audience to know I'm talking to Lindsay Bryan Podvin. She's with Cash App, and she's a financial therapist. Quite a title there, financial therapist, Lindsay.
Yeah, so a lot of people haven't heard of this term. So when I think about financial therapy, my background is that I'm a clinical social worker, and then I have additional training in the psychological, systemic, and emotional side of money. So that's what I'm here to talk about today is how to bring that into the conversation as we get back to school with families.
Okay, we're going to use back to school as the launching pad. Many families are surprised when they get all these expenses. I guess the prices go up every year. So why is it a good time to talk about money for the entire family?
It's a perfect time to talk about money because of exactly that. You get the back to school supply list, you get all the requests for different things for the classroom and for different extracurricular activities. So it's an organic way to start bringing money conversations to the table with your family, talking about things like different budgets that you may have of how much you will or won't spend on certain things, managing expectations around the things that you will or won't pay for your children, and bringing them into that conversation so that they understand that, as they get older, they'll have more financial responsibilities, but you can start introducing it to them at any time. But I love back to school because it's like that new energy, new planner vibe. So it's a great time to start up some new habits.
Most parents are thinking that they're going to put it all on the credit card. How's that working?
Yeah, well, it's not, right? Credit card interest rates are so high. And I think for so long that has been parents' go to resort if they have an unplanned expense. But there are new tools that are available that I think parents would benefit from familiarizing themselves with. So, Afterpay is one of these pay over time tools where you can put one expense on Afterpay and then pay it off in monthly installments without having to pay those high interest rates. And it's also a great opportunity to talk to your children and say, hey, I saved this much for this expense. It was much more than I anticipated. Here's the tool I use. I chose Afterpay, and explaining to them why, and then helping them understand, look, as adults, we do our best to plan, and sometimes unexpected things come up, but it's a great opportunity to say, here are the tools that we have available to us. Let's choose the safest one and the best one for us.
Lindsay, hi. My audience is on multiple platforms. I'm going to take this one from Instagram. The poster says that should they really stress their kids out with financial literacy?
It's such a good question. And I think that the person on Instagram who said, am I stressing my kids out by talking about financial literacy? My guess is they're probably stressed out about financial literacy. So what I say to that parent is your kids are already learning about money anyway. They learn through, yes, what we tell them, but often through what we do. In therapy, we call this modeling. They watch the way that you cook dinner. They watch the way that you talk to drivers in your car, right? They soak up messages from us, even if we aren't explicit. So my preference is to normalize those money conversations. You don't have to overload them or overwhelm them with a million different terms, but including it in the conversation, saying, hey, this is the difference between a need and a want, or explaining to them what financial boundaries are, telling your kids, hey, you know what, we're not going to pay for multiple different extracurriculars. You can pick one is so important in helping to build that up. And instead of it being stressful, you're normalizing that money is going to be a part of their life, and you're helping them understand that you're a go-to person to talk to them about money, and you're also a person who is open to figuring it out together. Even if you don't have all of the answers, you can sit down with them and do some research to try and find those answers together.
I want to remind my audience I'm speaking with Lindsay, and she's with Cash App Financial Therapist. Uh, where did you get that title, financial therapist, from? That's an interesting title.
Yeah, so my background is in clinical social work. I'm based in the state of Michigan. So, with a master's in social work, you can practice therapy. So, I used to help people with things like depression and anxiety, and money stress and money anxiety was a hot topic. But I wanted to have more information and education to specifically help people understand the emotional side of money. So I got additional certificates and training and education so that I can really help people at that intersection of money and emotions. So I love this partnership with Cash App because they have some of the tangible tools to help people budget and save and send and receive money. And then I can come in with, what does money feel like? What was it like to achieve that goal? So this partnership is so great because I can bring some of the emotional stuff, and they have great products and tools to help people with the tangible side of money.
Okay. Where can we go for more information? Because this obviously is a longer therapy session.
You're so right. It's an ongoing conversation. So if people want to learn more about the tools I shared, they can visit Cash App and Afterpay, or they can find them in their app store.
Lindsay Bryan Podvin, thank you so much for the information that you shared with my audience. We really appreciate it on the Valder Beebe Show.
Thanks, Valder.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of the Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.